Hi guys, I just want to say as a disclaimer before the video begins that this is only my experience doing this test. I'm sure it's going to be different for each individual person, and each race and class may have a different result as well. These are only the results yielded from my experiment using this particular race and class. My gut feeling is that this method can be applied to all races and classes, but results will vary from person to person. Without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video. Hi guys, my name is Will. In this video I'm going to be doing an experiment where I look at questing versus questing and grinding. So in order to do this experiment, I'm basically going to run two characters through a starting zone, both of them being the same race and the same class. For this example I've chosen the Tauren Warrior. It's fairly basic. I'm fairly familiar with the starting zones. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from point A to B as quickly as I can on this character, and then on the other character I'm going to go from point A to B, but I'm also going to kill everything in between. So for this example here, I now have to do this quest where I'm going to be collecting Planestrider feathers and Planestrider meat. I'm only going to kill the monsters that are necessary, and then I'm going to go and hand in that quest, where with the other example I'm going to be looking at I'm going to be looking at doing the quest, but I'm also going to kill everything in between. So I'm not only going to kill what's required, I'm going to, slay any extra monsters that get in my way, and also add those to my grind. And what we're going to do after that is basically look at the experience that I've gained, divided by the amount of time that's been played. And we're going to sort of have an idea of whether questing is faster just doing that directly, or whether questing and mob grinding is actually going to return you more XP investment on the time that you've spent playing. And so hopefully this is going to be a video that you'll find interesting. I understand that there are going to be several variables as well with this kind of content. Other players, for example, that are also grinding mobs are going to have an impact on me doing this, and also you're going to have to factor in things like items, for example. I've decided that unlike my last tutorial, if I do get any extra weapons or anything that aren't part of the quest chain, I won't equip them just for the simplicity of the tutorial. I found that equipping a weapon in my last tutorial really helped speed up the leveling process to the point where I was getting insufficient data, and that's something that I won't be doing this time around. So I hope you enjoy this video, guys. I'm just going to make interjections as we go along at just various points, but as you can see here, I'm just going to finish up this quest now, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so this quest is now finished. I'm now going to go and directly hand this in. I'm not going to kill anything in between, even though there's not really that much in between me and the hand in anyway. We're just going to finish this quest as quickly as possible, get the next quests, and continue to level. So as you can see here now, I've got to go and turn in the quest Rites of the Earth Mother, and I've also got to collect the Mountain Koga pelts. I am going to be running through these Planestriders, but on this particular test I'm not going to kill any of them. I will, however, grind them on the second time round, and we'll be able to sort of get a better idea of whether or not it's actually worth doing the grind while you quest, or whether you should just go from point A to B as quickly as possible. Something else that's also worth mentioning, guys, is that this method should only be applied to the starting zones. Obviously, as you get higher and higher level, it's not necessarily something that's still going to apply. I know that in vanilla WoW, quests do dry up effectively quite quickly, and sometimes the only option that you have really is to grind to the next level. This sort of data should only really be applied to the starting zone, and I just thought that was worth mentioning. Okay, so I've just picked up the next quest, which is to go and kill Bristlebacks. I won't be doing that quest just yet because I know that it's quicker to pick up the other quests at the same time. So I'm just going to finish up this Mountain Koga quest as quickly as I can now, and I'll go back, hand that one in, and pick up the follow-ups. Okay, I've just finished this quest. Now I'm going to run back quickly, hand this in, grab the next ones. I'm not going to grind anything on the way, even though I could be farming these Planestriders. but we are just going to go from point A to B as quickly as we possibly can. Okay, so I've got all the quests now to go and kill the battle boars and the bristlebacks, etc. I'm not gonna grind anything in between here and there. I'm just gonna go straight there and only kill the quest mobs that are required. And for anyone who didn't know as well, I'm also picking up the extra quest that's in the cave at the back of the base here. I'll show you that guy. I'll show you that in the video. Okay, as you saw just there, I did hit level 4. I'm not going to go back and train, however, because I think that would be counterproductive to what I want to do. I know that at level 4 I can pick up charge and rend, but I don't think the benefit of getting those spells is going to justify the time spent travelling. So for anyone who doesn't know, it's just this cave here. I'm currently standing there on the map. Inside here you will find a dirt stained map. Looting this map will then start a quest. I'm sure a lot of you already knew this, but for anyone who didn't, it's just like a little extra thing for this video. So you can just accept that quest, and it's a very simple hand in at the village, and it's just a bit more XP for very little extra time. All I did was have to come in and kill the mobs around this cave. Okay, I'm now killing the final mob that I need, which is this boss inside here. I accept the fact that I'm probably going to die, but I am intentionally going to try and die after this, just because the spawn point is right next to the hand-in, and it's going to save me a hell of a lot of time walking back. All I need to do is just loot his head. I'm very happy if the other mob kills me. I don't need it for a quest, I've finished them all now. I'm just going to run outside here now and gather up some more mobs to kill me, and then I will be back at the hand-in. Okay, so as you can see here, that death has teleported me to the spirit healer, who just happens to be right next to the quest hand-ins. I do obviously take that 25% damage to my armor, but for my level I'm not particularly fussed about that, and because I'm under level 10 as well, I don't get the death penalty debuff up here. I do think that not having the charge and rend function when I was doing the bristleback quests, etc., that may have impacted my gameplay, but we'll see at the end of this video. I do think I'm making good time right now. My slash played is currently 28 minutes for level 5, which I do think is quite good. But of course, when I leave this zone on my second test, I will probably be over level 6. But it'll be up to us to then determine the XP divided by time investment to see which one is actually worthwhile. If we're only making, say, 50 XP a minute compared to, say, 60 XP a minute while questing, then grinding mobs in between quest points obviously isn't worth it. That's something that we're going to have to obviously just sort of calculate after this video. So yeah, let's just finish up this run now, and we'll see what the results are from this test. Okay guys, I've now handed in these two quests. I'm at the inn at the next quest hub, and we'll just see what the results are now. Okay, so I've got 1,805 XP at level 5, only killing mobs that I needed for the quests from point A to B. My total time investment is 31 minutes and 23 seconds, with 4 minutes and 42 seconds being played at this level. So what we'll do now is we'll head over and start test 2, where I will kill mobs in between quests, and we'll see how much XP I'm at, how long it takes me to get to this point in the game at the inn at the next quest hub, and then we'll divide my time played by my XP for both of these characters, and we'll see the result for ourselves of which one is a more time efficient way of leveling. Okay guys, jumping straight back into it now on the next character. This is Bongos, if anyone's wondering. I did cover this in a previous video. This is just part of my UI. Okay, so I mean the first plane strider that I've actually reached is dead. Someone's actually already killed those, which is part of what I was saying about at the beginning with player influence, so we're just going to have to try and negate that as much as possible for this experiment. And I'll just go this way instead. Take a bit of a longer detour, it means I won't have to do so much coming back, but again I will be killing excess mobs if they get in the way, just so we can sort of see how that plays out for the starting zones. Okay guys, so I'm just coming up to the first point now. This mob I'm about to kill should probably finish the quest for me, however I'm going to actually kill everything in between here and there. So we're really going to sort of start... oh no it didn't, but this one should. We should start to see the difference now as I level. I suspect I'm also going to hit level 4 after I finish the mountain Kogas. There we go, the quest is done now, but I'm still going to grind these out on the way back. So it'll be interesting as well to sort of see how charge and rend are going to affect our leveling for the next series of quests after the mountain Kogas. Okay, I'm now on my way to kill the mountain Kogas. I am going to grind the birds on the way there. I have already hit level 3, so I am definitely ahead right now, but I don't know whether I'll keep that lead. We'll have to see at the end of the video. Okay guys, I've just finished this quest. I'm going to continue to grind mobs on my way back, and as you can see here, I think as soon as I kill this mob I'm probably just about to hit level 4. There we go. Which means I am going to have charge and rend available to me sooner, and of course that is going to have an impact on the gameplay, but that is part of the benefit of grinding mobs as we go, so we'll just sort of see how that plays out. Okay, I've now trained. I'm still going to grind out mobs as we go, so I will continue to kill these plane striders on my way to the next quest point. However, I think the XP return is actually going to be really minimal on these now. I will say guys that actually having charge and rend available to me does make this go a little quicker. Okay guys, while I finish the quests involving the trash mobs, I do still need to pick up the guy's head in a second once I've killed him. And I am going to get myself killed again just because the time input to come back just doesn't justify it. And then once we've handed in, we are going to continue to grind mobs on the way to the next location, and we will find, we'll get an idea then how much reward for my time input I get compared to just going through the questing process. Okay, I'm ready to die now. Just let this guy finish me off. And I think now that last mob was the final one for me. I've just got to go in and hand these quests. Then we'll check the /play time and do the maths on which one's more profitable. So I'm now level 6, I've got 937 XP until level 7. I have had 33 minutes and 10 seconds of game time with 3 minutes and 51 seconds at this level. I've now made it to this point. I am behind time wise in my investment compared to the first one. However, we're going to work out the XP return on time invested and see which one wins, and we'll finally be able to decide, when it comes to the starting zones at least, whether it's quicker to just go from point A to B or whether it's quicker to grind mobs and do the quests at the same time. So let's take a look at those now. Okay, so here you can see the required amount of experience to level from level 1 to 6 for each of the levels listed. That means for level 5 you need to accumulate 4,800 experience in total, and for level 6 you need to accumulate 7,600 XP in total. Now going back over our figures, only questing got us to level 5 with 1,805 experience points into the level, which yielded a total amount of 6,605 experience points. Questing and grinding got us to level 6 with a total of 937 extra points into the level, and this gave us a total of 8,537 experience points. That leaves us with an initial difference of 1,932 experience points between the two characters. Test 1 took 31 minutes and 23 seconds of time, which collectively means that Test 1 took 1,883 seconds altogether. Test 2 took 33 minutes and 10 seconds of time, which means altogether it took 1,990 seconds. Taking those figures into account, Test 1 got 6,605 experience points divided by 183 seconds comes to 3.51 XP per second rounded up. Times by a minute we come to 210.6 XP per minute of gameplay. Test 2 with 8,537 experience points divided by 1,990 seconds came to 4.29 XP per second rounded up. Times this by a minute and we get 257.4 XP per minute of gameplay. This means that you're 46.8 XP better off per minute of gameplay by grinding mobs while you quest. I really hope you found this video informative, guys, and it's going to help you while you level in World of Warcraft. I think this kind of video is particularly useful when it comes to the opening of new servers, like we'll see with the return of Nostalrius. Please remember that this isn't a method that you can apply to the rest of the leveling process. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, certain parts of the game don't have as many quests as the beginning. And with that said, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.